All right, Piers, we're live once again for round 3. Somehow we made it to number 3. How you guys doing? This is Brad up here. We got Cody up here. I'm Trevor. This is a 5 Wide Sports podcast. Back again. Coke 600. What first impressions on that race? Very long race.
Well, first of all, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's day? Everybody have a great day?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Pretty good day.
Cool.
Oh. Yes, Jordan still has ligma. He is on a ventilator currently.
Rip. I don't think you come back from that.
No, I don't think so. We got a few people here early. We got John, Austin, Ford Racing, Jason, Seth. Seth says nice shirt, Cody.
Thank you.
We got a Pepsi Cola shirt.
We got Robert.
Pepsi Cola.
Thanks everybody that come in early.
Austin
awesome.
says I'm doing good. That's awesome. Good to hear from you, Austin. Glad to have you back.
The race was underrated.
Robert's in chat. Robert and Austin are already back. That's what we love to see. Thank you guys.
Robert,
Press F to pay respect to Jordan. F's in the chat for Jordan.
Man,
Absolutely.
F's in the chat to Jordan. Jordan, we hope you can make it back soon. Is this music too loud? Can everybody in the chat, is this music a little loud? If it is, just tell me.
Praise hell, praise.
Let me get an F.
Yeah.
Might get an F. What's up, Bernard? Jay Reese, how you doing, man? Seth, listen, man. I see your Baltimore Ravens picture, and I don't think we can do that here, man.
Man.
I don't know. I guess I'll let it slide. Lamar Jackson, he's a pretty good running back, you know. But I'm not going to be able to talk any trash if you guys get Julio Jones in the next couple days.
Please get Julio Jones. Please take him away.
Yeah, we got a Falcons fan up here.
Please take him away. I like Julio. I appreciate everything he did for us, but he's just hurt too much. And if we can get a first round pick for him and be done with that, I'm happy. I'll be okay with it. We got Calvin.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
I had to deal with it with Antonio Brown. Yeah, NASCAR.
So, Coke 600. Kyle Larson wins Coke 600, obviously. Domination. Absolutely domination. Dominated the race.
Yeah.
It was pretty much him and Chase and William just about all night. I don't really think anybody contended with him.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else led a lap besides those three that I can think of.
I think Rick put it the best. He put a spanking on him.
Yeah.
Spanked him real good.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, same thing as, was it Dover? Yeah. I mean, all the cars up there again. All the cars up there in the top 4. Top 4 or 5. Bowman was up there again. I don't think he was quite as strong as Byron and Chase, but I mean, again, those Hendrick cars are just stupid fast right now. Kind of didn't this time last year you never thought we'd be saying that, but
Yeah.
the cycle has come back full circle.
Yeah, and that's the title of our podcast. Hendrick Motorsports is back. Earlier this season, we were like, "Are they back? Are they back?" But now we really know that they're back, and I don't think I've ever seen them dominate. So spread out, like, you had your Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson domination back in the mid 2000s and early 2010s, but now it's everybody. Everybody's fast.
Yeah, and you normally don't see that with an organization, with a 4-car organization. You know, even when they do hit on something, you normally don't get all 4 cars. You normally get either, 1 or 2. Like when Harvick was at SHR, Harvick was winning everything. The other 3 really weren't up to par with them. And like you said, even back to Jeff and Jimmy, and then you got Junior and Casey Kane running around, trying to run 20th every week. It's interesting to see all the cars. Looks like they're all sharing data pretty well. Everybody's got the same goal. That's pretty cool to see.
Cody, what do you think about the Hendrick Motorsports domination so far in 2021?
I thought it would equal out a little bit this week since they had practice, but it seems like even when they had I know it was on one practice session, but they're just untouchable right now. Like Cowboys said after the race, and this ain't off topic. The biggest thing I had a problem, I didn't have. My drive was so strong. I could just fly by with a. I don't know.
Hold on, Cody. Come a little bit closer to your mic.
Yeah, cutting out just a little.
It's cutting out just a little bit. I'm trying to mess with the audio here. Talk now.
It's because of my phone.
Yeah. Go again.
Okay, I don't even.
Just restart whatever you were saying there.
I was saying that I thought it would equal out a little bit this week because there was actually practice, but it didn't. It seems like they may even got stronger.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then I was talking about side draft. How I believe it's too strong because I saw multiple times cars get big runs that should have cleared them no problem. And they just get to their quarter panel and just pulls them right back, stops them in their track.
Yeah, it's hard to watch when they get those huge runs. You know, I mean, they're flying past, and this car just grabs them just barely, and they can suck them straight back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if it's like artificially causing side-by-side racing or what. I don't know. But
it seems unrealistic. I don't know.
I think side drafting, I mean, I don't know if we've maybe not talked about it as much, but even going back and watching some older races, I mean, side drafting's been around,
I think,
for a long time. It might not be as quite to the effect as it is now, but you definitely could get on a guy's quarter panel and suck him back before. I mean, even back kind of early 2000s.
Yeah, I think
but
drivers
I
think they have a better understanding of the air and how it works now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll agree with you there. I think that guys are just take advantage of it more now. And it just shows up a lot more now that we know what we know with wind tunnel testing and all that stuff.
I'm gonna check this chat. Austin says, "Do y'all watch the NBA?" I definitely keep up with the playoffs. We get the Lakers and Suns.
Yeah, a little bit.
Lakers and Suns game 5 tonight. Should be exciting. No Anthony Davis. Robert watches the NHL. They're pretty deep in the playoffs right now, right? I haven't kept up with it. Says 2 words, Ray Lewis. All love though, you know. I mean, 2 words, Hans Ward, you know. Troy Polamalu, you know.
What did I just see? Hans Ward's having a kid.
Hans Ward is having a baby. I mean, he's having a second baby. His first baby is Ed Reed.
Shout out Hans Ward, Georgia boy. Respect.
Bernard says, "What about an all Hendrick Final Four?" I think it is very, very possible.
I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know if they're going to be quite that dominant. Especially, you got to think the cycle. I mean, by the time we get to playoff time, we get towards the end of this season. Gibbs is probably going to find something, and they're probably going to be there. I just have a hard time believing that. You know, we don't. Even when we do see this kind of domination, it normally doesn't last a full season. You don't just stay on top. I don't think. Now, the possibility of seeing 2 Hendrick cars in the Final Four with Larson and Chase, I think that's a lot. I think that's almost a lot. That's highly probable.
What are the 3 races before?
It's gonna be Martinsville.
Okay.
It's Texas. Texas is not still in there, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, somebody in the chat look that up. What's round 3? The round of 8.
cutoff race is Martinsville. That's all.
Okay, so we know Martinsville. I don't know. I'm waiting for the delay in the chat to go through. Has Big Ben's Walker come in yet? Yes, it came in 5 years ago. Thank you very much.
Sheesh. All right, so it's gonna be Texas, Kansas, Martinsville. So you got 2 mile-and-a-halfs in there, and then Martinsville, where I mean Chase has been really good at. You gotta imagine that they're gonna win one of those mile-and-a-halfs, if not both of them. I mean, they're
Larson's gonna win one of those mile-and-a-half.
Oh yeah, Chase is very strong at Martinsville. Who could win Who could spoil at Martinsville?
A Gibbs car, Truex.
I would say Denny Hamlin.
I say
yeah.
Truex. Yeah, I would have Truex because like Richmond, they're really good at. I think that's where Gibbs has probably got the upper hand on Hendrick right now. Is when you get to these smaller tracks where the arrow's not as big of a factor. I think that Gibbs probably has the upper hand there.
I
And then,
think,
like I said, these mile and a halves, it's just all Hendrick.
yeah, I think Martinsville is Penske Racing's only chance to get a car in the Final Four.
Yeah, Penske too. Yeah.
I think Joey and Brad are obviously really great there, and Blaney has been really good there recently. I think that's their only chance. One of those three have to win. Martinsville. Hamlin was good at Martinsville. I don't know how great he's been recently.
I don't think he's been very good there.
I think everybody caught up. I think he might be. I mean,
Well, he also I remember Kyle Busch talking about how much Denny Hamlin taught him about Martinsville and how to race there. I think Denny might have given out too many of his secrets.
I feel like Denny might be the third best driver on the team in Martinsville now, honestly.
Yeah. There's probably really not a lot to talk about with the Cup race, unfortunately. I mean, it's the Coke 600. It's the longest race of the year, but I mean, it was all Kyle Larson. It was all Hendrick all night. I mean, there's really not a lot of storylines outside of, CGR had the issues with the belts busting.
Truex ran really, really bad all night. Like
Yeah. I mean, they're just not. They don't seem like they have it on the mile and a halves.
But Kyle, he got third there at the end, so I don't know what.
Yeah, he was coming on strong. He was coming on there at the end. I just they don't have. Nobody had anything for Chase and Larson.
Bernard says Hamlin needs a win. Period. He does. He needs a win for his confidence, for his fans' confidence, for everybody, because he is thrown some away, and he's also had some pretty bad luck. Austin says, "What's your top 5 favorite Hendrick wins?" I don't know if we can all three go through 5 Hendrick wins, but I think probably my favorite Hendrick win was the 2011 Atlanta, Jeff versus Jimmy.
Yeah. Martinsville, Jeff and Jimmy was probably a good one too.
Yeah, the finish of the Atlanta one was a little bit better.
I mean, I'm saying we're looking at on Hendrick finishes here. We're not being biased. I mean,
what else?
Probably the Talladega, Jimmy Jr., Jeff, and Mark, the tandem.
Yeah.
Tandem race. That was pretty
Jimmy,
good. This wasn't like a specific win, but that little run that Hendrick went on, God, I don't even remember what year it was, where it was like Jeff won, Jimmy won, Casey won, Junior won. Like they were all kind of winning like back to back to back there. That was a good little stretch.
Got any wins in particular, Cody, that you can think of?
Well, I'm gonna go with you on one of my top ones is the 2011 Atlanta. I'll say one of them is 2005. The spring race at Talladega. It was on my brother. My brother was born that day, so I'll always remember that one.
Lean a little bit closer to the mic when you talk.
Okay, the 2005 spring Talladega would be up there because my brother was born that day, and the 05 500.
Yeah.
05 500, and that'd be probably my top 3.
So,
And the last one in Martinsville.
Yeah, Seth says the 04 Atlanta after the plane crash that Jimmy won over.
Yeah.
Was it Mark? Maybe.
Okay.
Was it Mark Martin that he won that over? I don't remember. Can we talk about the solder crash? What do y'all think about the solder crash?
That was pretty bad. That was pretty ugly.
I missed the truck race, and the first thing I saw was the car, how destroyed it was.
Yeah, it was open like a can opener. Got to the side of it.
I guess they didn't. Did we ever get an explanation of them not throwing that yellow there, or we just like whatever?
I doubt we will.
Nice.
Truck race was pretty good though. John Hunter.
I went back and watched the highlights. It was pretty good.
Yeah. The Xfinity race was really good.
Yeah.
Like, Xfinity race was great. I mean, I guess we could talk about that. We could talk about
Ty Gibbs.
I mean, what are they gonna do with this kid?
I don't know. I guess hey, Denny Hamlin might be that that next 2311 car, or the third one, if they're getting Kurt or whatever.
I'm about to say, man, it sounds like Kurt Busch is going over there from everything that we're hearing.
But you absolutely know that being in the family, he's gonna get pushed. People are saying that they think Truex is gonna retire. I don't know.
That would be where my money's at. I've got Truex. I've got Gibbs. I've got Ty Gibbs running another year of Xfinity, and then probably a full year of Xfinity, and then the year after that, they're probably going to make a move. And I'd say Truex is probably the next 2 years. I'd say that's probably going to be it for Truex anyway.
I mean, he could go to
2311. He could definitely. He could still win. He could absolutely still win. But just with the way everything's going, everybody's going younger now, and they've got. Gibbs is going to have to make a decision here if they're going to keep Harrison, if they're going to keep Ty. Of course they're going to keep Ty, but what are they going to do with Harrison Burton? What are they going to do with Brandon Jones? They've got to figure out, what are they going to do with these kids?
They've got a mess over there.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. They've got too much talent and they don't really have anywhere to put them. But yeah, they're about to have another possible Joey Logano situation here where they're going to let a possible phenom walk out the door and go to a competitor team.
Yeah, it's rough. I think 2311 could be, more than 2 cars. I feel like it could be 3 or 4 cars if this is what's really happening, I honestly don't agree with Kurt Busch going there if he does go there. I think that's a team that should be young guys, it just doesn't fit in my head. It just doesn't feel right, And
I forgot about too, John Hunter Nemechek. He's in the Toyota group now too. So what do you do with these kids, man? And I think with 2311 too, when the blueprints were released, when they built the shop may not even be built. I'm not sure the details specifically, but they bought Germain Racing, I believe, and they're working out of that shop right now, and I believe they're in the process of building a shop. And somebody leaked the blueprints on that, and I believe in the blueprints there were 4 crew chief offices. So 2311, when they have their shop built, I believe there eventually will be the possibility for them to expand to a 4-car team.
I think that's what you have to do.
They just have no choice. They've got to do something. They've got to have a place to put all this talent. And again, we talked about it last week. Toyota has mentioned for a long time that they want more cars on the racetrack. They want more chances to win, and especially when we go to these super speedways and stuff like that, where you need help.
It's only been one man.
Yeah, and you get these kind of one-offs with Levine and Front Row and all that, or Furniture Row and all that stuff.
All right.
The Xfinity race. Outside of that, Daniel Hemrick dominated again, and just couldn't quite seal it.
Well, I don't know if you guys see this right here, but 5 Wide Sports hit 5,000 subscribers today. 5K for 5 Wide. That's a big deal for us. It's halfway to 10K. 5.
That's right.
5% to 100K.
We're gonna get there.
It's a pretty big deal. Hopefully we can get to 10K next and keep rolling from there. But
thank you to everybody that subscribed. We appreciate it.
Yeah, there's only 1 or 2 videos come out a month. Just because we don't have time to do it. To make these videos, it takes so much time, so much effort. More like 5K wide. Yeah.
5K wide. I like that. We should maybe you change the logo. You put a little K on
just until we get to 6K.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good idea.
But yeah, thank you. I'm assuming that everybody watching right now is a subscriber. But 5,000 is huge. Yeah, if you're not,
if you're watching and you're not a subscriber, what are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing?
What actually are you doing?
What do you do? Also, the Discord. I need to post the Discord. Here's the Discord.
Discord is in the comments.
If you're not in the Discord, here's what it is. You get in the Discord. The more people we get in there, you're going to be able to talk with other race fans whenever you want throughout the day. Also,
It's pretty active. I mean, there's always a conversation going on in the chat. It seems like guys talking about stuff's going on, especially during the races.
yeah, that, and you know, the more people we get, the funner it's gonna be. There's a waiting room to join in on the podcast. So if you want to get in on the podcast, all you need is a microphone. You can get your thoughts heard out loud on the podcast, and I just think that's a cool thing. We're not at exactly 5,000 subscribers. We're like 5,008, but this ticker goes by intervals of 10. So if we get a few more subscribers, we'll be at 5,010. So,
well, let's get 2 more. I want to see a change.
That says he doesn't mind waiting on good videos. There's too many channels just pump out mediocre content. I actually agree.
Yeah,
there are a lot of channels that like to put out daily content and stuff like
sure.
that, which is great. That's awesome, but you lose quality when your quantity is that high.
Yeah,
Sometimes
definitely not talking trash on these other NASCAR YouTubers,
no.
But they post so much, man, and every day. I don't even know how they think of all these different topics.
Yeah.
But you know,
and the work that goes into it to make a video look like it does, you can't substitute anything for the time and stuff that it takes to make that kind of stuff. There's just no substitute.
Yeah, it's that, and then you have to run through copyright issues, music, just everything. It's so difficult.
Rendering the video. If you get one copyright in 1 second of the video, you got to re-edit the whole thing, re-render the whole thing, re-upload the whole thing, and it's just a mess. It's difficult. So I think, you know, some other channels, they can, you know, get away with posting daily content, using, you know, pictures and things like that. I just think I was never too into those kinds of videos, you know. But it's good for like news. Austin was just asking something in the chat. He said he asked me about the Napa deal. Would Napa still be with Chase if Spingate never happened? And at first I was incorrect about that. I'd said that it would probably still happen because he previously had a deal with them in late models, and I was wrong. It was Aaron's that he had to deal with in late models. I just got the two confused. I still don't know the answer to that.
Would MWR still be here? Is the real question.
Yeah. So I mean, again, it's like there's a butterfly effect. I mean, there's so many different things that could have happened there. I can't say for sure if they would still be with MWR, if MWR would even still be around. But it's one of those what ifs, one of those things you'll just never know.
So says Eric Estep does a great job not wearing people out. Yeah, the thing with Eric is his content is strictly what is going on right now, right now in the moment. So he's like a great news source. If you don't want to, like, you know, follow all these people on Twitter and have notifications on, he'll just make this like video, like, I don't know his upload schedule, but every few days he'll upload a video, all the top news, and it's an easy way to do it. So obviously we can't do that. That would just be doing what he does, and it's pointless and redundant to do that. So we have to think outside of the box a little bit.
We're gonna branch out. We're gonna do things our way.
So Seth, since you're a Ravens fan, I was actually thinking about doing a Ray Lewis video. We're gonna actually branch out into other sports too. Probably start with the NFL and NBA. You know, our intro actually has, you know, NFL, NBA, NASCAR, you know, even boxing and baseball and some old like WWF like stuff, you know, like there's a lot of great stories that have happened.
Go Braves.
Yeah.
We're gonna branch out and do some of that stuff here. Hopefully sooner than later. I'd like to get into again, NASCAR is just all of us. It's all of our number ones. But we clearly, I mean, we all have allegiances to other sports and other teams and stuff like that. I'm college football, basketball, baseball, all that stuff. Watch a little bit of UFC, stuff like that. So we'll definitely be branching out into to some other sports here sooner than later.
Yeah, especially when the NFL gets started, we're gonna be a lot more active on that. You know, we just had the draft.
Do some
OTAs are happening.
fantasy football,
Oh,
fantasy football
fantasy
stuff too.
football. I'm down to do a fantasy football league with you guys. Anybody that wants to do a fantasy football league, that's a subscriber, obviously we can only have so many, but I'm sure that many wouldn't want to do it. But I think a fantasy football league would be cool with anybody that wants to do it.
And next year too with NASCAR, we'll be ready for when the season comes around. We kind of started mid-season this year, but we'll do the same thing with NASCAR. We'll do fantasy and all that stuff. And I'd like to also kind of touch on like betting stuff, fantasy sports and all that kind of stuff too. So we'll be branching out.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see. Robert wants to know about the Matt Crafton story. So
tell him about it.
Okay, well it's not that cool of a story. Hold on, let me try to find the picture. I found it earlier today. So okay, I found it. So we got in Owensboro, Kentucky. We have a restaurant, my family, and Owensboro is where Daryl Waltrip, Michael Waltrip, Jeremy Mayfield, the Greens, Nikki Hayden, all the Haydens. That's where they're all from. Is this little town in northern Kentucky, right on the Ohio River. So one day, there's actually two parts of the story. One day, I go to Starbucks. I don't like coffee. I went to Starbucks to grab a drink for somebody, and I look across the room, and there's this dude standing there with two drinks, okay? And I'm like, is that Matt Crafton? Like, I'd never, it's weird seeing a race car driver, at the track, but it's even weirder seeing one just randomly in your town. Like, your town far, far away from any racetrack.
One thing that throws me off about seeing NASCAR drivers in person is the height. Like, you just never expect them. You never expect these guys to be I don't know. The TV just makes them seem like they're all 6'4", and then you see them in person, and they're all. I mean, I'm not a tall guy either. I'm 5'7", but they're all right there in my wheelhouse.
Absolutely. So I'm like, that's Matt Crafton. So I walk up to him. I'm like, are you who I think you are? And he goes, no. And I say, I think you are who I think you are. And he goes, no. And I go, what's your name then? He said, Joe. I said, Joe. So I look at his cup, and Starbucks has the labels on the cup. Both the labels say Matt or Matthew. They both say Matthew, okay? So here's this picture, okay? So I take this is part one. This is about 5 years ago, so it's pretty old. So there he is in Starbucks, okay? And then part two, that particular restaurant that we had that was next door to Starbucks closed down because, we didn't know what we were doing. So, here recently, this year, well, 2020, before COVID, we're having a busy night, and I'm hosting, which is taking customers, seating them at tables and whatever. And this dude comes in, and it's Matt Crafton with his family, okay? And it's so weird, just having this place and a famous driver coming in, and it blew me away, just coming to our place that we built to eat with his family. So another thing about the drivers not being as tall, but it's cool. Here's the picture, the more updated picture of me and Matt. I don't even know. Can you guys hear me right now? Oh yeah, you can hear me. Okay. So here's me and Matt Crafton. He signed our wall. We have a brick wall in our restaurant, and you can sign it. Him and his daughter signed it. Let me see here. I think I got a couple more weird pictures of him. You know, I was getting kind of
getting brave.
I was getting pretty brave. Yeah, I guess that's the right way to put it. Let me look here. I'm like, hey, can I take a picture of you eating? He goes, yeah. So I took a picture of him and his whole family eating. So that's pretty weird, right? And this is him and his daughter. This is a whole different day. So he was coming in here like weekly, like so. After the truck race, he would immediately like go to Owensboro, Kentucky, because I think that not trying to like
I know where this is going.
not trying to get in his business or anything.
I think it's pretty public. I saw him at the race. Like they all come to the racetrack. It's not. I don't think it's anything that they're trying to hide.
Okay, well, not trying to get in his business, but he what am I on right now? He was married and was divorced and he had a child, and they live in Owensboro, so he's there every week. So I just think that's pretty cool, you know, that he comes to our restaurant and eats. So I was never a Matt Crafton fan before this, because, you know, dude, it's Matt Crafton, like, you know, like I don't know what that means. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, talk trash about Matt Crafton. Like, he's cool, but, you know, he's just like, he's that dude, you know. He's like always there, you know. Like, nobody's like, Matt Crafton's my favorite driver, you know. Like,
he was just a lifetime truck driver.
Hold on.
For most of us.
I gotta show you one more part of this story, okay? That made me a Matt Crafton fan. Okay, I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Carry on, so it's not awkward.
Just to go ahead and tell you what he's going to get. He's going to get a T-shirt. If I had to guess, that Matt Crafton brought him. I believe it's one of Matt's dirt racing shirts. If I'm correct, but if I'm incorrect, Matt Crafton gave him a shirt, and I'm pretty sure that's why he's such a big fan. Let's see what we got.
Okay, I'm back. So, Matt's leaving one day. I go, hey Matt, I want a T-shirt. Okay, I want a T-shirt. He goes, what size? I'll bring it by. And I tell him the size and everything, and he says, I'll bring it by next time I'm in Owensboro, Kentucky. So I'm like, yeah, right. So I'm sitting at the bar one day, about a month later. He comes up behind me. I feel this on my shoulder, and he slaps my back, and I grab it, and I see it says Matt Crafton. I'm like, oh, you know, that's Matt Crafton. He really brought me a shirt, okay? You know,
That's really cool.
Is it one of his actual truck shirts?
Well, I specifically told him I wanted the dirt shirt.
Okay, yeah, dirt shirt. That's what I thought.
So,
so while you were gone getting the shirt, I told everybody that you were going to get this shirt.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, he slaps me with the shirt. You know, I'm like, everybody's there. Like, my friends are there. Like, they see it. Like, this is awesome. Like, this is my buddy Matt Crafton. You know, like. Anyway. And then he goes on to win his 3rd championship without winning a race. So it made me a Matt Crafton fan. You know, being that cool to go out of his way to give me this shirt, bring it to Owensboro, not forget about me, and I thought it was cool. So I'm a Matt Crafton fan. He's a good guy. A really good guy.
I think that was the same year that I went to Homestead for the championship weekend.
It was.
I got to go in victory lane. I actually ran out on the track, had hot passes, got to run out on the track while Matt was doing his burnouts and everything. And somehow that'll be it. That's a we should make an episode on that. I could probably make a video on my whole experience sneaking around into NASCAR victory lanes and all these celebrations. I pretty much got ran over by Matt Crafton when he was pulling into the championship stage.
Yeah.
At Homestead that year. I've got videos, I got everything. Standing there, this was a cool story. So I'm standing there, Crafton celebrating, whatever. They're popping champagne bottles, everybody's screaming, yelling. I'm just standing there, like, kind of looking around, like, nobody, please kick me out of here. And I'm just trying to get my video and get some cool shots for Snapchat and all that stuff. And I seen this guy coming around, and I saw him, and I looked at him. You know, he got a hoodie on and he had the hood pulled up over and he's got like sunglasses on. It's 10 o'clock at night, and he was just kind of sneaking around trying to get up there to like congratulate Matt, and it was Bubba. So Bubba comes walking around the front of the truck, and I seen him coming again. Like nobody knows it's him. He's all incognito. I just kind of see it's him. So, and I wasn't gonna like rat him out. So he just came right up front of me, and I was like, "What's up, Bubba?" And gave him a little fist bump. And he was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" So that was pretty cool. Little moment. That was pretty cool. I was trying not to like rat him out in front of everybody. He was definitely trying not to take any of the spotlight. He was just wanting to come congratulate Matt. It was a pretty cool experience. I highly recommend if anybody can get hot passes, definitely do that.
Yeah, Seth says you should get him on the podcast one day. Well, I actually asked him. I said we got a little thing called 5 Wide Sports. We're starting a podcast soon. Would you like to be on it? He said definitely. And there's actually a few other NASCAR drivers that we already have lined up to be guests on the podcast. So
we even have a safety track worker that we're gonna try and get on here too. Try to give us a little inside on what takes place when the caution comes out.
Oh yeah.
What are they being told? Who do they get their directions from? Why do they get the wrong fire extinguisher out sometimes? Why are they late to the truck? Who was it? Was it Salter this weekend that when the bad wreck happened that it took them forever to get out there to the
they weren't in a rush or anything. They took
that just dawned on me. We started talking about that. That was a big story out of the truck race. Everybody that I saw on Twitter was up in arms about that, about how long it took the safety crews to get out there. And I believe we saw the effects of that the next day during the Xfinity race, because they were Johnny on the spot every time the yellow was out. Anytime that car, as soon as the car came to a rest, them crews were they were flying up. So I'm glad they got that resolved, because if Salter would have been really injured there, that was way too long.
That would have been bad. Jake, all right, listen, don't get mad if I say that. Jake Lipinski, okay? He said this podcast needs more viewers. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. He also said, I'm going to meet Mike. Well, he said Waltrip. I don't know what Waltrip. I'm going to meet Waltrip Saturday. How are you meeting him? What are you guys talking about? Which Waltrip? Where are you meeting him? What are you going to talk about? Let me know. Because I literally, like, outside my window on the sidewalk, there's a Star of Fame for Michael Waltrip on the ground, right next to Nikki Hayden. We actually have a Nikki Hayden statue out here. It's pretty cool. I should post a picture of it one day. Huge life-size statue of him on the motorcycle with the American flag. It's pretty awesome.
That says one of his close friends is EMS for Dega. He's got some hilarious Boulevard stories. So I've been going to Talladega since I was 7 years old, and I've been Talladega Boulevard many times, and I have a lot of Talladega Boulevard stories and a lot of just Talladega infield stories in general that I just can't tell here. Just can't.
Yeah.
They're not YouTube appropriate.
I've only been to Talladega once.
Almost none of them. You went with us. You went with me.
Yeah. I don't think we did anything too crazy when.
No, we didn't. We didn't go infield.
We didn't do anything too crazy till they threw the checkered flag.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
Oh, that was when Ricky won. That was wild.
We had a Ricky Stenhouse fan with us. This guy from Mississippi.
The only Ricky Stenhouse fan at the racetrack.
He was wearing a Ricky Stenhouse shirt. No,
Jeff Gordon.
He was wearing a Jeff Gordon shirt. Anyway, Ricky Stenhouse wins his first race. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
You're gonna meet
and we
Mikey.
Were all there.
Mikey at SRX. Listen, man, tell Mikey to come on the 5 Watt Sports podcast, dude. There's a dude from Owensboro.
Tell him it's Owensboro based.
Yeah, it's Owensboro based. 5 Watt Sports is Owensboro based. Okay, I have not met Michael Waltrip. I have not met either Waltrip. Okay, and I live down the road from where he lived, man. So I could tell some Daryl Waltrip stories. Like, I've heard some crazy Daryl Waltrip stories that I know Daryl don't want out there. Okay, some wild stories that
Bernard says he goes to Dega twice a year, and North Park back road gets wild. I hear you, dude. North Park does get wild. Yeah, we just went to Dega earlier this year, and actually, I don't know if anybody here listens to the Door Bumper Clear podcast. Bubba Wallace's spotter, Freddie Kraft. So I get up there on Saturday for the Xfinity race. I walk up the grandstands and I sit down. Me and my girlfriend sit down, kind of just getting situated. And I heard somebody over my shoulder, and all I heard somebody say, "Hey, Freddie," and I was thinking to myself, there's just not that many people named Freddie. Let me see. When I turn around, and none other Freddie Kraft sitting right there. and the guys from OfferPad, they sponsor DBC the podcast, and they're also on Denny Hamlin's car, and they were on Harrison Burton's car for the Xfinity race that day. But I just got to sit there and talk with them guys and just chit chat back and forth during the whole race, and kind of got to ask Freddie some questions. It was really cool. But it's pretty neat when you get to meet guys in the industry and get to chit chat with them. And
hey, John Kennedy just subscribed to the channel. Thanks, John.
Thank you, John Kennedy. Shout out, John. Let's get some Johns in the chat. Can we get a John spamming up? Let's see, I
don't
saw
think they're
Kurt
gonna
win in
spam
Vegas. Why not?
I don't know.
We should spam John. Shout out John. I'll spam John.
I'll spam John. I mean,
John. Thank you, John. Let's see. Austin asked a second ago, is Briscoe overrated?
I don't know.
I was kind of getting worried. I was getting worried about him after, seeing him in the Cup Series so far, and he's not really done a whole lot. You kind of start asking questions, but you look at the performance of those SHR cars this year, and then you see what he did as soon as he jumped back in the Xfinity Series.
He's just better in something for power.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I just don't think those SHR cars have it this year. None of those cars are really up to speed yet.
We got some Johns in the chat.
We got Johns in the chat.
John,
Thank you.
John probably just watched some video we made 6 months ago. Subscribed to the channel. Has no idea that the host streams chanting his name. So
John, he's gonna come back one day. He's gonna come watch this video because he's gonna watch it back because he's a 5 Watt Sports subscriber now. He's gonna watch this video back with the live chat on as it goes, and he's gonna see that, and he is gonna continue to be a subscriber.
Oh yeah. Let me see here. Is there anything else? I feel like we got Robert waiting in the waiting room. I'm gonna bring him in here in just a second.
Yeah, let's go ahead. We got Bernard says he missed Dega this year because he was COVID-19 positive. Well, if you're in the chat, I'm guessing you have COVID, and if you did that, congratulations. We're happy to have you here. Sorry you missed Dega.
Hey, do you guys know who Dr. Disrespect is? Yeah?
Dr. D. Yeah.
If you do, listen to this one.
And in Super Chat, 5 Wide Sports, welcome to the Champions Club.
Yeah.
Nah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about, what's that other, that Z Laner?
Z Laner? You guys know who Z Laner is?
You know who Z Laner is?
I don't have quick access to that one.
Well, just know it's there, and Z Laner knows who 5 Wide Sports is.
Hold on. It's gonna be here in just a second, okay?
Maybe that's another thing 5 Wide Sports needs. We need
They're
to
done
do
in
some
5
more
Wide
home
Sports,
streams.
all becoming members. Adam.
Alright, there it was. I played it really quick by an accident, but there it was.
Do we need to drop Hospital for 5 Wide? For 5 Wide Sports?
Yeah. Where are we dropping, boys?
We're dropping Hospital. I mean, there's nowhere else on the map. I just want everybody to know, if you're watching and you play Warzone, that Hospital is the official dropping spot of 5 Wide Sports.
Oh yeah, we drop Hospital every game.
Like there's literally nowhere else to land.
Yeah. How long are we running right now? 45 minutes? Oh, that's not too bad. We're trying to keep it closer to an hour.
Pretty good.
Trying to keep it closer to an hour, you know.
Well, let's get Robert in here. Let's see what Robert wants to talk
Sorry,
about.
Robert. Robert, we're coming, boy.
We're coming, dude.
All right, hold on. Once I figure out what button to push.
Gonna try and go to Bristol or Richmond.
Listen, y'all can't hear the music, but this song is bumping right now. Okay.
Yeah, Rob. I don't know if you've ever been to Bristol, but it's really good, but it's really, really loud. Like, they tell you how loud it is. So loud.
Okay, here we go.
Seth says, I'm trash at COD. We are all trash at COD.
Yeah, I'm the trashiest. Brad's second.
We've got Robert.
Robert.
Oh God, we don't have Robert.
Robert,
can you hear us?
Robert.
Space station to Robert.
Robert's gonna come back. He's gonna be live in the podcast.
Oh,
Robert, it's okay. You can talk, man.
Robert.
Austin is going to the championship finale.
Robert is speechless.
Robert says he's having issues. It's cool, man. You can fix them. Oh,
you're good.
We tripled. Oh, hold on. Nobody look at the screen.
Well, Robert, you got us?
You're good, Robert.
Yes, no.
Oh, nice.
We've got it.
What's up, Robert?
I introduced. That's what introduced. Yeah. Just like, how do you guys know all the people you do, like insiders and stuff? Like, I know someone's talking about they have some friend who works at one of the tracks and stuff, and like, just want to like, how do you get into it?
How does he get into it? Particular? I mean, it's just a friend that we've had for a long time, and he ended up getting a job. I think he said he's working the next 3 straight races, so he's going to be on the crew for the next 3 races. He's going to get in the chat eventually, so.
He's honestly I think what you're asking is how do we meet people like that, and really what it is we were already friends with him before he did that, and he again is just a NASCAR fan like us. He was a Dale Jr. fan, and after Jr. retired, he was still pretty involved in the sport and wanted to get more involved. So he went out and did what he had to do to be at the racetrack, and he applied for a safety worker job and he got it, and been doing that ever since. I don't know exactly what it is, which tracks it is that he's eligible to go to, but he goes to a decent amount of races every year. I'd say at least half probably. And
he said last night he was in Bubba Wallace's pit at Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah. So like a couple years ago at Phoenix, he actually worked the year before the championship finale went there, and Chase Elliott got wrecked, and he actually sent me some of the rear fender, some of the rear bumper of Chase Elliott's car, the Chevrolet emblem on the back end of the car.
That's really neat.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
so
a very
I mean, it's
unprofessional guy. Slap shoes reference. Yes, I do understand that reference too. I'm a slap shoes viewer. I don't know if anybody else is, but
I do. I watch them too.
everybody, if you're subscribed to 5 Watt Sports, then you probably watch slap shoes, or you probably have and don't even realize you have.
Yeah.
So I have a question. I don't know if you guys have answered it before, but like, what are each of you guys' favorite tracks?
Okay. My favorite track has always been Martinsville.
I mean, I'm not copying to get Martinsville.
Yeah. Being a Jeff Gordon fan, gotta be Martinsville.
I have a favorite track, and then I have a favorite track that, like, I guess,
to go to?
as far as the racing that it produces.
Okay.
Of course, I mean, I've been going to Talladega. Was the first track I ever went to. I was 7 years old, and that was literally that's where I fell in love with NASCAR. That's where it happened. So Talladega is my favorite track. Now, as far as if we had to put on a race at one track to get, if it's not, we're not talking plate tracks. If we had to go to a track and you wanted, the best product, we're going to Homestead every single time. I'm taking you to Homestead, Miami. I mean, that's
for sure.
There's not a more perfect racetrack in the world than Homestead.
I'm still not certainly sure why or how it was taken off as the finale, because it's a one date, it's a perfect venue, it's a perfect location. Something about Miami just feels so serious, like not talking trash about Arizona, but it just felt so right, and I don't think anybody was upset about it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mine was Richmond because it's the one track I've been to.
Yeah.
So the reasons, like, it was really cool. It was kind of a boring race, I guess, because not really a ton happened this Richmond race, but it was still just really cool. And I think same reason, like, as Brad said, he liked Talladega's, like, first race he went to, so I got a sort of attached from there, and it's not that far away, and I've been to Richmond a couple times.
Yeah, we have a couple buddies in Virginia Beach that are that have been to Richmond more than a couple times. So.
I believe I'll actually be. I'm all but certain I'll be in Richmond in the fall.
I'm planning on going to it. I'm just gotta get my parents to go.
Yeah, I gotta get up there and see old Junebug one more time.
Bernard says Bernard says he
June,
was an
Junior will be
EMT firefighter for 18 and a half years.
Wow.
That's awesome. Thanks,
That is
man.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for all you
Wow.
do.
That is a long time. I bet you have seen some stuff.
Did you say Junior's going to be at Richmond?
Yeah.
Dale Jr. is running the Xfinity race at Richmond this
How's he
year.
going to be in Richmond if he's behind you?
Dale? You have some explaining to do. This is Dale. Dale is on 5 Watt Sports Podcast. Tell your friends.
Yep.
Robert, how was your day? How was your week? What are you doing other than on the
Ooh.
best podcast on YouTube?
Besides one of the best players, yeah. School's closing up, and I actually watched the Charlotte race, but I had to split it up because I had guests over. So I watched I watched the first 2 stages Sunday night and the second 2 Monday morning. So I kind of already knew who won, but I still wanted to watch it.
What'd you think?
And it was good. I mean, I also watched Indy 500 the same day.
Oh man, that was so long.
Also, I think I used to watch Indy 500 and I thought it was really good, but now I'm getting a lot into NASCAR. It's a lot worse. Like, it's oval racing, but worse because they go single file, sound worse, and there's pretty much nothing going on. Like,
Oh
yeah,
man, Helio Castroneves
worse than I
though, that was awesome.
That's
He did good.
That was
Pretty good, but like, it's a lot worse. At least I thought IndyCar was cooler, and then I have started watching a lot better oval racing. It's not just single file.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then
IndyCar's in a
7
weird.
hours barbecue.
They're in a weird spot right now. Just it feels weird. I don't know.
I
My
think
favorite
IndyCar.
driver.
I think IndyCar's in a good place as far as viewership, popularity, and all that stuff. I think
I can't watch it anymore.
the
Yeah,
NASCAR crossover has been pretty hardcore the last few years. It feels like a lot of our fans are branching over into IndyCar.
I want to get into it because that's where former F1 drivers have gone, and I want to watch a race with Jimmy Johnson and Romain Grosjean going up against each other because that'll be fun. But it's I just don't know where to watch it.
I think NBCSN has got all the
Oh.
IndyCar stuff right now, I believe.
Yeah, IndyCar just seems like a funky mix of the two because I was looking at the starting grids. It was okay, they're kind of like F1 cars, but not. But also you've got some of the big NASCAR people have retired there, but also F1 drivers. It just seems so weird having Grosjean and Johnson in a starting lineup together. Just sounds wrong to me. I don't know.
It's definitely
Seems
weird.
different.
It's definitely weird. I mean, I give him props. I think Grosjean probably didn't have. I mean, I almost feel bad for him for the whole deal with F1 and the car. I mean, the Haas is just not up to par yet. Not up to the
They
Mercedes
started great.
and all that stuff.
They started awesome.
started out great. Yeah, it's just not going so hot anymore.
It's not going to be Haas for much longer. I guarantee you. Eurocly is going to buy it, and Gene Haas is stepping out. It's going to be the Eurocly F1 team. Guarantee Gene Haas is going to leave F1.
Breaking news! You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first on the 5 One Sports
Hey,
podcast.
Alan Elwood, just give us your thoughts on the Chicago street circuit and the idea of street circuits in general.
I don't feel like street circuits belong in NASCAR. That's just me.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna wait. We'll just wait on that. I'll let you know after I watch this race. I think the idea of street circuits is pretty cool, but I don't know if it's gonna fit in with NASCAR very well. But I'm just gonna have to wait and watch. I didn't think Coda would work, and I thought it was great until the finish. But I'm not big on. I love road courses, but I think they're going overboard, overboard. I think the Indy should not be a road course.
I think at this point,
Indy's a road course? That's
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, they changed it.
Yeah,
I think at this point they're not adding any more road courses. I think at this point we're gonna start cycling. There'll probably be the 5 cement tracks that we'll go to every year, and then there might be that 1 or 2 that we cycle, like a street course or something like that. It takes over for that Chicagoland date. I think it'd be cool if you can come up with a track that has the passing zones and the braking zones and stuff like that where you can put on a good race and it's not of course you're gonna have to make it. It's gonna have to be wide. You're just gonna have to have places to pass and stuff like that. So, I'm kind of like Trevor. I'm gonna reserve my opinions on that kind of stuff until after. I'm interested to see the iRacing race tomorrow night. That's gonna be on Fox at 7 or 8, I believe. So that'll honestly be the best indicator of how that race would go. iRacing gives us a pretty accurate depiction of how those races would normally end out. If anything, you'll see what a car would look like going around that track and how it would react, if anything. So I mean, we'll see. I'll watch tomorrow and then I'll maybe have a different opinion after tomorrow.
So
hold on
Nick
one
off
second,
too.
Robert.
I'm sorry.
I got you. Hold on one sec. I was gonna get to something in the chat. What was it? What's up, Richard S? We got about 20 people watching. Fluctuating. If everybody could, you know, give the stream a like, that really helps us out. If everybody
Totally
could do
free.
that, we would
Takes 2
appreciate it.
seconds. It's totally free.
The Discord link is in the chat. If you guys want to get in the Discord, and then you can jump in where Robert is right now and chat with us, and yeah, it's fun hanging out in the Discord. It's cool. I like meeting people like that, making new friends, you know. Bernard says he's been to Atlanta, Bristol, Charlotte, Daytona, Talladega. His bucket list is Nashville and Darlington. Those are 2 good bucket list tracks.
Darlington's awesome. I went to Darlington a couple years ago. It was awesome.
Seth says, do you think Dixon will win a 7th title before a 2nd Indy 500? I have no idea. I felt like I feel so bad about the way his race was ruined. That was awful.
Whoa. Can we get hold on, we're gonna need a B Slayer. A B Slayer spamming
Hold
up
on.
in the chat. We
Wait.
get a $5 donation.
Wait for Larry Mack. Hold on, he's going to announce it any second.
Brad Keselowski won this race.
He did.
I am 5 Wide Sports' biggest fan.
He did. Thank you, Larry. B Slayer 24. Thank you for the $5 donation. He says, I am 5 Wide Sports' biggest fan.
And
Yes.
thank you.
Anyway, Robert,
Yeah.
what's up, man?
So I might pop on out and grab something to eat while I listen. But so I think people, sorry, people in the chat talking about what is SRX?
You want to take that one, Brad?
Yeah, so SRX is going to be a new, basically how you have NASCAR as a sanctioned racing series. It's going to be a new sanctioned racing series, but it's put on by Tony Stewart and Ray Evernham. And it's going to be on CBS. Is going to be taking that over. It's going to start up here this month, actually. I think we've got 2 weeks or so, 2 weeks or so before it starts up. It's basically going to be the IROC Series 2.0. So I don't know if you know anything about IROC, but they used to be back in the day. Have one chassis builder builds all these race cars, build them all the exact same, and then you get these champions of all these different racing series: NASCAR, IndyCar, F1. I think there was a lot of other ones too. They get all these champions of, that's what it stood for, was International Race of Champions, and then you get them all in, put them all on a track in these cars that they're all built equally, and you kind of they pretty much just use the draft, and they put on some of the best races, some of the best racing you'll ever see. So I think they kind of wanted to recreate that same deal. I don't think they're going to be, so IROC ran a lot of mile-and-a-half super speedways, stuff like that. It was a lot more draft dependent. Seems like SRX is going to be a little bit more in the driver's hands, but same deal. Cars are all being built by one manufacturer, and I think Fury Race Cars is building them. And yes, we're getting a little video playing now on the channel to show you what the cars look like. They look really good. They're going to be running on dirt and asphalt.
Did you touch on? Sorry, I was bringing up the video. Did you touch on who is running this? Who owns it?
Yeah, so Tony Stewart and Ray Evernham. Yeah. So I said that. So yeah, Tony Stewart and Ray Evernham. This is Tony Stewart's series. Basically, he was the main guy, and then of course he brought in Evernham to help design the car and to do all that kind of stuff. Make sure it's going to race right. And I think they've done a really good job. Of course, we haven't seen anything outside of pretty much single car testing. They actually I think today had their first 2-car test with 2 cars on the track at the same time.
It's like dirt in the video.
Yeah. So they ran dirt. Yeah, they're going to be running everywhere. They're going to run some dirt tracks and paved tracks, and got some big names too. Got Bobby Labonte, Michael Waltrip, Bill Elliott, Helio Castroneves, Indy 500 winner this past weekend, is going to be running it. Haley Deegan. big names, and there are probably a lot more Ron Fellows, more NASCAR drivers coming over.
I'm
To
waiting
run
for
in that
Jeremy
team.
Mayfield, the Owensboro
Jeremy
boy.
Mayfield. Hey, you never know.
I'm waiting for
You
Trevor
just never
Bayne.
know.
Trevor
Hey,
Bayne, T-Bane. There's Ken Schrader right there.
Greg Biffle. Greg Biffle's
Biffle,
running.
the Biff.
The Biff.
Hey,
Stick with
that
the
was
Biff,
huge
baby.
for Helio winning that race and now going over here too. That was a big.
Yeah,
deal.
yeah, and he was, like I said, he was already announced to run over here, so that's really big. I think for SRX, I think that's awesome for them.
Yeah.
They're gonna get a lot of eyes just based off of that. I
I
think the
think
cars
I'm
look good.
gonna-
All right, man. Yeah, we appreciate
Thanks
you
for
coming
having
on, dude. Yeah, no, dude. Thank you for coming,
Yeah, thank you.
Later.
man. I mean, can we get firm handshakes in the chat for Robert? I mean, he's
Yeah.
here every week. He's here every week. Thank you, Robert. We appreciate you.
Ron Fellows too. There's a lot of dudes in it.
Austin wants to see Dale Jr. run it. Austin, that makes two of us, buddy. And I believe Jr. even talked about that on his podcast. He said he hasn't gotten an invite yet, and I believe very shortly after the invitation was extended on Twitter from the SRX Twitter page. So I have a gut feeling that that's going to happen one day.
Yeah.
Might not happen. Might not be this season, but it'll happen.
Richard, thanks for stopping in, man. Robert, thank you for jumping in and
Yep.
getting your opinions out every week. It's awesome. Turning Bank, what's up, man? We need cousin Carl to come to SRX. We do. We need Carl Edwards. We need Trevor Bayne. We need Jeremy Mayfield. Okay. Who else do we need? Ron Hornaday. I'm just saying names. Bobby Gerhardt. Landy Castle.
Chad McCumbee.
Chad McCumbee. What in the world?
Beast Slayer says, please use my donation to buy Brad some talent. Man.
Beast Slayer, we're gonna need more than $5.
Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more than that. Chase is doing a one-off, I heard. Did you hear that? I didn't hear that. But that would be cool.
I think that was rumored. Yeah, I don't know if that's been confirmed, but I did hear something about that. I think that's kind of the deal with Deegan too. I think Deegan's is just one of the dirt races. Jimmy Spencer. Yeah. Actually, so good news for anybody that's wondering what Jimmy Spencer's up to. Jimmy Spencer is going to be a guest on one of the upcoming Dale Earnhardt Jr. downloads. So I cannot wait to see what Jimmy Spencer has been up to since he's been out of the spotlight.
I just want to see Tom Brady do it to prove drivers are athletes. That would be weird if they had like one car reserved for a celebrity or like a athlete from another sport.
I think that's a great idea. I think that'd be a great idea, and it's only for somebody that doesn't think NASCAR drivers are athletes or race car drivers are athletes. They have to come get in that car and compete.
If Larson joins, he's winning the championship. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. He's not gonna have that HMS secret sauce in the SRX series. Nobody's gonna have any secret sauce. It's gonna be these right here, and that's it.
Oh,
I would love to see Chase and Bill compete with each other. Yeah, I think they ran an Xfinity race together at Road America, or did Bill just run that by himself?
Did they?
I don't know if they were in the same race.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
I can't remember if Chase was in that race. Bill did run. That was the last thing he did. He ran the Xfinity race at Road America a few years back. I don't know if they've competed against each other though. Al Unser. It's interesting. That would be a good one.
Have you guys checked out the I Am an Athlete?
I Am Athlete.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I actually was telling these guys about I Am Athlete before they started their NASCAR crossover. I was already a big fan of Ocho Cinco and Brandon Marshall, Fred, and Channing. I was just a big fan of that show. I thought it was they were having great conversations. And then one day I got the notification that they had Bubba on, and I was like, whoa, I was already a fan of this before. Now they got NASCAR drivers on, and now they're doing the whole NASCAR crossover. They've had Junior on, they've had Kyle on. And I think they're incredible podcasts. I think they really dig deep, and they ask some great questions. Bill drove, and I think Chase spotted. And you know what? I was just kind of thinking the same thing. I thought I knew Bill spots for Chase sometimes, And I thought I remembered thinking that too. So yeah, I believe that was right. I think Chase did
He
spot.
he might have to stop.
Yeah, I think he's saying that Chase, he needs a spot for Chase with him losing Eddie DeHaan. That's a tough deal. Probably not going to touch on that too much, but I hope you know, I hope justice is served if that is what happened. If that's the deal, I hope everybody gets what they deserve. If that's not the deal, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll figure it out soon. But
yeah, I'm sure there'll be more. We'll hear more about that.
Yeah.
I think either way, I think regardless of the actual incident, I think more or less why it was such a big deal now. That incident happened back in September. The arrest and everything. That was all back in September. What it was him not reporting it to NASCAR within 3 days or within 72 hours of the next race. And I guess he kind of tried to hide that whole deal from NASCAR. So I'm sure that honestly is probably worse than him just getting arrested and having that whole deal. NASCAR finding out or him telling NASCAR. I think it's actually much worse now that he hid it from them for as long as he did. But I'm sure we'll hear more about that.
Yeah, he's definitely was always in my ear. Being a Jeff Gordon fan, Cody too. For close to 5, 6, 7 years, he replaced Jeff Dickerson. Whenever Jeff Dickerson went and did other things, Eddie DeHaan stepped in as Jeff Gordon's spotter, and then once Jeff retired, Eddie went to Chase. Eddie spotted for a lot of guys. He spotted for a lot of junior motorsports guys in the Xfinity series. Yeah. I don't even know who spotted for Chase this week.
I can't remember. I believe his name is Tyler, and I can't think of the last name.
But I guess he did a good job.
I'm sure. Yeah, I believe it because he spotted for Austin Hill in the Truck Series too. Eddie DeHaan was Austin Hill's spotter as well. I believe the same guy took over for him. It's unfortunate. Hopefully, hope justice is served. Everybody gets what they deserve there in that situation.
I guess we'll move on from that. I think we need to make some race picks, and I think we might wrap this thing up.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
If you guys aren't in the Discord, we make race picks in the Discord. But if not, you guys can make your race picks in the chat right here. So
well, first thing before we make our picks this week, let me take a look here. Let's see who was right. Let's see who got it right last week.
Yeah, we have to check the Discord.
I'm in here now.
Okay.
So we had
Robert picked every single driver.
Robert picked everybody. So Robert obviously won.
Yeah.
I think we had a couple guys. We had a Lil K came in hot with Christopher Bell, Larson, Austin Dillon, and Truex. So we absolutely want to do race picks if we can. Let's try to narrow it down. Let's just get one pick out there. Let's just get just a winner. I understand. I see some guys were doing like dark horses and guys to stay away from and stuff that. But I think we're just gonna go with winners only. From here on out. But it looks like Lil K, Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, Rugrat for life.
Jeff Wilson was going to pick the 5 no matter what if they showed up for a lawnmower race. So we have Rugrat for life. He had Larson as well. I had William Byron.
I had Joey Logano. Who did you have?
Yeah, I didn't.
I can't remember.
I don't think Cody picked.
I don't think he picked. I don't see it here.
No, I picked because you showed me the emojis, but I don't know.
Conrad had Larson in there with his other 10 drivers as well. So shout out Conrad. Robert picked the 52 car. I don't even know who was in the 52 this week.
Robert picked everyone.
I don't even know who that is.
Robert's pick is that your pick, Keselowski?
Your Keselowski this week. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna make my pick in the Discord right now.
I'm gonna make mine right now too. I'm gonna make it right this very second. Let's see.
There it is. I pushed enter before you. My pick is Martin Truex Jr. to win at Sonoma.
That's a pretty good pick, I'd say.
Yeah, he's pretty good there.
He's very good there. Who do I want? Who do I think is gonna be fast this week?
Bernard says Chase hit Sonoma.
Yeah, I mean it's real hard to not pick that 9 car. That's who I'm going with, Chase Elliott.
Yep. Jurley. Hey, that's Jordan. Jordan, I'm glad you're recovering from the ligma.
Is Jordan in chat?
Yeah, Jordan is in chat. Jurley34, subscribe. He puts out great iRacing content.
Wow. Shout out Jurley. He comes in with the KFB prediction. He's going Kyle Busch this weekend.
Turn
and bank.
Dark horse pick for Sonoma, Robbie Gordon. Just don't tell him about Montreal 07.
Was that him and Ambrose at Mexico City?
I don't remember.
Or was it Montreal or was it Mexico? I think Robbie Gordon probably got into it with people at every track, but I couldn't remember. I feel like there was a Mexico City race too, or something happened.
Turning Bank says KFB. There's Morgan in the Discord with the KFB pick, so you can't go wrong with Kyle Busch. Morgan, are you just trolling me? Is Robbie Gordon in the race?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
No, he's not, but he should be. Robbie Gordon should do SRS.
Well, I got breaking news here.
We have breaking news.
He's back from his ligma. Jordan.
Oh my God.
Jordan
Hurley.
Jordan.
Oh, you let me in?
Yeah.
You're here. Jordan,
okay.
Welcome back. How are you recovering?
Not very good. My voice isn't 100% yet. But I did want to come in here and just say, watch out for the Chip Ganassi cars. They've been really good on the road courses this year. I thought Kurt Busch had a good chance of winning, what was it? It's the Bud Shootout, whatever they call it now.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, and last week, or whenever they raced at Coda, Ross Chastain was really good too.
Yeah,
I think Chip
that's a good
Ganassi
point.
stepped up their road course program a lot. Except for like last week when they both had engine problems.
They need to step up their belt program.
Kurt is really good at Sonoma. Okay, he's a very underrated road course driver, and he's only gotten better.
Kurt is definitely my dark horse.
The
for this
chat's
weekend.
blowing up. Robert, my God, the return. Morgan says, "Return of the King."
There he is.
Calm down.
The people's champ. His return.
Yeah, I just wanted to come in here and say that quick while we were making our picks.
Are we gonna have you back full time next week? You think you're gonna be recovered in time to?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, wonderful.
I mean, I probably could have came today, but my makeup lady, she had the week off, so I wasn't gonna be pampered and looking pretty enough to be on screen. So
I don't think
that was my main concern.
Cody, who's your pick?
I picked the 9, Chase Elliott. I mean,
okay.
I can't think of any person to pick. The only other person I pick is Blaney.
Blaney? Yeah. Blaney's been pretty strong. Robert says Hamlin would be nice. Yeah. It would be nice, but... not really.
Yeah.
Larson was really good at the Daytona road course till he sent her a little too hard. Yeah, Larson had that baby locked up. Larson had that thing won and he sent it. I don't know the turns there, but right before they got on the banking, he sent it way too hard. But he would have won that race.
Didn't Kurt do the same thing? Didn't Kurt drive off the track?
He did.
The race?
He absolutely sent it through the grass, leading the race. But this was like 10 laps ago or 5 laps ago. Larson was the fastest car on the track.
Didn't Chase self-spin too?
Yeah,
Chase. Everyone was throwing that race away too.
I think Chase spun out off of like KFB's nose or something.
Yeah, must have got intimidated a little bit. I don't blame the guy. I do have to take MTJ this weekend though.
That's
for my actual
that's who
pick.
I picked as well. You got to put it in the Discord chat.
Are we keeping like a point system here?
I don't
or
know.
how does
Austin
this
said
work?
something about keeping a point system, but I'm cool with whatever. I don't care.
That's because you're scared because you lose. I understand.
I think we just do our picks and then if you get it right, we'll come back. We'll check the Discord. We'll come here when we do the podcast every week. We'll check the Discord. We'll announce who got the picks right. I think that works. I think we just give everybody a little shout out, give them some love. Maybe one day we do like a Daytona 500 giveaway, or maybe a championship 4. We do some kind of giveaway or prize or something like that for all the winner. Or like if you pick the correct winner, you're entered for for a contest or something. Maybe that's something that we think about.
For sure.
Right
for
now,
sure.
I like the system. I like what we got going right now.
Yeah, just everybody post 25 numbers and, you know.
Yeah.
One entry per customer, I think, should be the rule.
Well, Jordan, it's been nice to have you back. I'm glad to see you recovered from the terminal ligma. You are
Yeah.
one
It was
of
a tough
one,
battle.
one of one, my friend. I've never heard anybody recover from that. So,
Yep.
First ever, the
Congratulations.
doctor said.
yeah. My doctor said the same thing.
Cody picked the 9, but he didn't even use the emoji.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Here's the
How did
Discord.
he manage to do that? Did you just put the number? Wow, that's pretty impressive, Cody.
Here's our Discord, everybody.
Who's Morgan from Maryland? What
Uh,
an intelligent individual.
Yeah, that's Morgan Grempler in the chat.
It's a good thing.
KFP
It's a good thing nobody worked real hard on those emojis to put the emojis in the
Yeah.
chat. Because that would be a shame.
Yep.
If somebody did that and then they didn't get used.
Don't even use them. These babies right here.
No, I definitely ain't gonna be using them.
No, I'm gonna put them on the YouTube channel too. So we'll have them there.
Cody, did you get a Cody? You want to tell them about your sponsorship you got? Dollar Shave Club.
Cody looks like a child this week. Sorry.
12-year-old this week. I got a
You got that Dollar Shave Club sponsorship,
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
Them razors
I
are
don't know
coming
where
in.
you were going with that.
And next week, Cody is definitely gonna have a microphone. I feel it. I really feel it. He's gonna have a microphone. It's gonna sound great.
And Logitech,
Yeah.
please send this man a webcam.
Yeah.
Please, I'm begging you.
I think that about wraps it up for us. Sorry we're cutting this one a little short. You know, short as in an hour and a half.
As in an hour and a half. Gosh,
Yeah.
we're already an hour and a half into this. Oh
I know.
my God.
Time flies.
It does. I mean, I'm honestly, man, like we keep saying that we kind of want to keep this on a time constraint and all that stuff, but having a great time. I think we're doing a good job of touching on everything. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. Robert says sponsor Matt Crafton. Listen, when Matt Crafton was in there, I asked him. I said, how much would it cost to put our restaurant on the hood? And he goes, you don't want to know.
I think Beast Slayer is gonna have to send in a few more donations.
We're definitely gonna need some
if we're gonna
more.
be
Yeah.
sponsoring a car.
Beast Slayer, we're gonna need some Menards money. Beast Slayer, if you're out there, if you can hear us, we're gonna need some Menards money. I don't know what Menards money is, but something tells me it's in the $20 million range.
Big
so,
money.
More donations, please.
I think Jack Link snuck on there this week, on the hood.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Jack Links.
Yeah, Jack Links got on the hood of Crafton, right? I think. Was it Jack Links?
How are they getting prices, but we can't get a price?
Well, the whole rest of the truck was wrapped in Menards, just not the hood. Hood was black. Said Jack Links.
How much for a sticker like that?
About $350.
I got $350.
350,000.
I got $350.
Maybe if we pool all our money in together.
That's right.
Hey, we'll see you later, Turn and Bank. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you to everybody that came in. I mean, we've had a pretty consistent 12 to 15 every
we hit
episode
20
now.
we hit 20 earlier. It was.
But we hit 20. So I mean, again, like that's again, we go into this. We went into this week 1. We go into this every week with the expectation that we're gonna do this in front of 0 people. So thank you for everybody that shows up. Thank you to all the people that keep coming back for sure. Robert and Austin, Morgan, everybody that's returning every single week. Thank you, Beast Slayer, for the donations. Seth,
did you say Austin and Morgan?
Yeah, Turn and Bang. I mean, everybody that's coming in here. Thank y'all so much. Jurley. Oh, that's you. Oh,
that's me.
Bernard.
I think we should talk to Beast Slayer though. He's kind of spreading some negativity in the chat, Brad.
Is he?
I don't really appreciate that.
Oh yeah,
saying
Beast
that you don't
Slayer.
have talent.
Yeah.
I have to have a word with him.
I don't know. I think he was pretty on point.
Right.
Cancel my plans to come here. Now that's dedication. That is absolutely dedication, and I don't know why you do that, but thank you.
Hey, Austin. We appreciate that, man.
I hope those weren't important plans. I hope you didn't have like a date or like a important dinner or something to go to.
Robert, first guest all time. You were first guest all
You
time.
absolutely were. You were, and the thing is, you always will be.
Always.
You
So,
were number one.
what does it take to be?
All right, guys. I think that's it. We'll talk to you next week. We'll talk to you in the Discord. Go to the Discord. Go to the Discord.
Go to the Discord. If you want to get in here, you want to be on the podcast like Robert, join the Discord.
Cody's already out.
Austin.
Cody's
Austin.
done. Cody's out. He said, forget this.
Austin, you should invite your girlfriend to watch the show with you, not cancel.
It was time with my girlfriend. No, you absolutely. Austin. Priorities, Austin.
I think somebody earlier, I think it was Seth, said us 5K are the OGs, and you are the OGs.
That is, yeah. That's absolutely right.
Because when we get to 10,000, when we get to 20,000, when we get to 50 or 100,000, you guys
We'll remember.
You guys are gonna be the OGs that were here.
We'll remember.
Okay. So
We're not gonna forget. When we blow up, we're not gonna act like we don't know nobody.
Did
We're gonna
Cody
remember you.
just what did he do? What am
Cody,
I looking at?
I don't.
What am I looking at here?
I think we lost Cody.
I think he's gone for the night. All right.
We appreciate him showing up.
Yep.
For the time that he did, though.
He did, yeah. I think that's it, boys. We'll see you next week. Later.
All right. Later, y'all.
Bye.